Into some college basketball. Got a couple good games here today. Bunch of lackluster teams playing each other, which could potentially end up being some good competition and some definitely some noteworthy entertainment. So that's going to get started at noon today. So very excited for that. Hopefully when I'm in the office today, I can maybe stream it or something like that. If you know of any live streams, feel free to post in the comment section below, because I'm going to need something to listen to at work while I'm crunching numbers and sending emails. Ugh. Anyway, Wake Forest at Miami, 12 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the Spectrum Center. It's actually not Wake Forest at Miami. That's a force of habit. It's Wake Forest versus Miami. 12 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the Spectrum Center. Miami open -7, total 142. Seeing a little bit of movement downward on this total here. That moved down to 141.5. So once again, Miami's -7, total open 142, down to 141.5. 52% of the consensus is leaning toward Wake Forest. 56% of the consensus is shaded toward the under. Now, Miami's failed to cover in 3 out of their last 4. They're also 0-10 straight up away from home. They have not won a game away from home this year. 0-10. 10 straight losses when traveling. They also ranked 218th in offensive rebounding and 177th in offensive field goal percentage. Now, Wake Forest, on the other side, pretty good at bringing down those boards. They ranked 35th in the country in offensive rebounding. They're also 3-1 against the spread in their last 4. 5-1 ATS in their last 6, taking on Miami, if you're into historical trends. When it comes to the total, Wake Forest is 71% to the over on the road, taking on teams allowing 67 to 72 points per contest. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes are 6-2 to the over in their last 8. I'm going to lean toward an underdog here. A lot of dogs I've been taking lately. Give me Wake Forest +7 and the over 141.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. 2 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the Spectrum Center. Notre Dame opened 2.5, total 127.5. We're seeing pretty good movement on both the spread and the total in this matchup here. Notre Dame's down to 1.5, total moved down to 126 and a hook. So once again, Notre Dame opened 2.5, down to -1.5, total open 127 and a hook, down to 126 and a hook. 54% are leaning Georgia Tech, 52% shaded toward the under. Right now, Notre Dame 11-3 straight up as the favorite. They've also successfully covered the number in 6 out of their last 12 on the road or at a neutral site. This Notre Dame defense is giving up just 68 points per contest on average. Now, Georgia Tech, the rambling wreck, the Yellow Jackets on the other side, they dropped 7 out of their last 10 straight up. They're also just 3-9 straight up away from home this year. They ranked 254th in college basketball in offensive scoring. Total-wise, we're looking at a Georgia Tech squad who's 4-1 to the over in their last 5. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean toward the favorite in this one. Why not? I've been taking so many dogs. Let's lean toward a favorite. Give me the Fighting Irish. Conor McGregor, -1.5 and the over 126.5 in that one. How about Conor? Took a guy's cell phone, smashed it, got charged for strong arm robbery. That's unbelievable. Conor McGregor. All right, next and final game for our college basketball slate. It is going to be Pittsburgh at Boston College. That'll be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the Spectrum Center. Pittsburgh opened -1.5, total 133 and a hook. And since that one opened up, we're seeing a slight fade of Pittsburgh when it comes to the spread. We're also seeing movement upward on the total. That total moved up to 134.5. The line moved down to -1. So it's Pittsburgh taking on Boston College. It's not Pittsburgh at Boston College. It's a neutral site game at the Spectrum Center. But once again, the Pittsburgh Panthers open -1.5, down to -1. Total open 133.5, up to 134 and a hook. Pittsburgh's failed to cover in 9 out of their last 12 away from home. They've also failed to cover in 6 out of their last 9, taking on teams giving up more than 72 points per contest. Now, Boston College, they're 9-3 against the spread away from home. They're also 70% against the spread as the official road underdog. The Eagles are 9-2 ATS, taking on teams allowing 67 to 72 points per contest. Now, total-wise, BC is 75% to the over in that very same category I just covered. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh, 80% to the over in the very same category I just covered, taking on teams allowing 67 to 72 points per contest. But with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward another underdog. Give me Boston College +1 and the over 134.5 in that matchup there. All right, next and final slate for the show, it is going to be in the NHL. Boston at the Columbus Blue Jackets. 7 o'clock puck drop in Ohio. The Blue Jackets open the betting as the $1.30 favorite, total at 6. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing a 15-cent fade of Columbus in the early going here. They're down to 115. So once again, CBJ open 130, down to -115. Totals at 6. Boston's -105 on the money line. Columbus +230 on the puck line. Tuukka Rask projected in net for Boston. Sergei Bobrovsky projected in net for Columbus. The Blue Jackets are just 4-8 straight up in their second of a back-to-back this year. They also rank 24th in home goals allowed. Meanwhile, Boston, on their side of things, they're second in goals allowed. They're giving up just 2.5 goals per game on average. They're also 15-3 straight up in their last 18 games. Now, total-wise, Boston's just 32% to the over on the road. Columbus just 33% to the over in their second of a back-to-back. Give me the road dog in this one. Not only do I never take dogs in hockey, I never take road dogs, but I'm doing it now. Give me Boston -1.5 and the under 6 goals in that matchup there. Next game, Caps, Pens, 7 o'clock puck drop in the Steel City. Pittsburgh open $1.25, total 5.5. And we're seeing all kinds of line movement in this matchup here. We're seeing a 10-cent move toward Pittsburgh. We've also seen the total move up a whole full 1 goal. It moved upward to 6.5. Once again, Pittsburgh open $1.25 up to -135. Total open 5.5 up to 6.5. 58% are leaning Washington. 63% now shaded toward the under. Right now, Washington is +115 on the money line. Braden Holtby projected in net for the Caps. Matt Murray projected in net for the Pens. Let's go ahead and break this one down. Washington, winners of 8 out of their last 10. They're also 5-1 straight up in their last 6 on the road. They rank 5th in road scoring, and they're winning 71% of their games at the current market price. Now, Pittsburgh, they've somewhat struggled against winning organizations. They've lost 12 out of their last 24, taking on teams over 550. They're also ranking 29th in home shots allowed at 34.3 a game. So once again, they're ranking 29th in home shots allowed at 34.3 per game. So their opponent's getting plenty of scoring opportunities in Pittsburgh. Now, total-wise, once again, Washington ranks 5th in road scoring. Pittsburgh 29th in home shots allowed. I think we're going to see some goals in this one tonight, boys. Give me Washington +115 and the over 6.5 goals in that matchup there. And yes, that is 2 dogs in a row that I picked in the NHL. Next game, all the way down. New Jersey Devils at the Calgary Flames. 9 o'clock puck drop in Calgary. The Flames open 390, down to -380. Totals at 6. 73% are leading Calgary, 52% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Devils are +325 on the money line. We have Blackwood projected in net for Jersey. Smith projected in net for the Flames. New Jersey is a very lackluster team. Calgary scores a lot of goals. Give me Calgary -1.5 and the over 6 goals in that matchup there. Next and final game for the show, it is going to be Nashville at Anaheim. 10 o'clock puck drop at the Pond. Nashville open 155 up to -160.